welcome to Vlogmas day 12. I'm doing something a little different with this one, and just grab my hair. I have it pinned back. When I wash my face, I pinned it back, and I'm going to be eating soon, so I said I would just keep it back until I get done eating. I'm going to do something different with this vlog. I'm going to do my first ever cooking vlog for day 12 of Vlogmas. I was just seasoning my food, and I was going to just have it be just a part of my day today, but I really didn't vlog today. But I was like, you know what, why not do something different? Why not turn this into my first ever cooking vlog? See how that turns out. Maybe it'll be something that I'll do more often on my channel. I've had somebody tell me that I should actually start a cooking vlog. Keeping up with one vlog is hard enough. Trying to keep up with two, and it's just me, I don't know about that. With all the editing, it just is time consuming to do one, so to do two, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll do more cooking vlogs. With that being said, I am making steak and potatoes. I just had a taste for it when I went to get my groceries a few hours ago. That is what I'm making here. My version of steak and potatoes. Stay tuned. You will see the whole process, and I've shown what I put in it, but I'm gonna say what I put in it. But stay tuned, and I hope that you enjoy my first ever cooking vlog. So here I am, just taking the meat out of the package, and this is actual steak. I wanted actual steak and potatoes, and you will see me rinsing off the steak. And I'm gonna say this because some of you don't do this. Rinse your meat off, people. It doesn't matter what kind of meat it is, especially bacon, because a lot of people, I want to be specific but I won't, but a lot of people buy bacon and they don't rinse it off. That's so disgusting. Rinse your meat off. It doesn't matter what kind of meat it is, what part of the cow, pig, it doesn't matter. Rinse your fucking meat off. Even fish, seafood, rinse it off. You don't know how many hands have touched it before it gets to you. Yeah, you're gonna cook it, the germs are gonna die. It doesn't matter. Rinse your damn meat off, people. It's not that hard. You run it under some water. It's simple. Rinse your meat off, people. So I am rinsing the meat off, and you're gonna see me at the sink a lot because I wash my hands every time I touch something disgusting, even if I go back and touch it again. So I'm assuming that's what I'm doing here. I really can't see what I'm doing here because I can't see my whole body, but I am assuming. Oh no, I'm washing the meat mallet tenderizer off. Yep, see, that's what I was doing. So you're about to see me start to beat the hell out of the meat to tenderize it, because I wanted it to be as tender as possible in a quick amount of time. So I'm just gonna lay the meat flat, and I'm gonna beat the hell out of it on both sides to try to get it tender. So here I am shaking up the lemon pepper, and I am just going to tell you what I am using on the meat as I season it. So I lay all of the meat flat, and I'm putting the lemon pepper very generously on the steak. And then that's the meat tenderizer, because again, I'm trying to get the meat as tender as possible. And then oregano. because I have to use herbs. I love herbs. They are a must for me personally. Garlic powder, because again, that's another staple. I put it on everything savory, everything. I don't know how you don't put garlic powder on everything. It's a must. And the parsley, that's a must too. Parsley is my favorite herb to use on my food. I put it on everything also. A lot of parsley. Whole lot of parsley. And some Cajun herb seasoning. I love Cajun seasoning. And a little bit of olive oil. And then I am just going to mix it all together. And then I let it sit for about 35 minutes, 40 minutes before I put it all together. But that's coming up. So now that I am done seasoning it, I am going to wrap it in some aluminum foil and just put it to the side and let it sit for the 40 minutes before I all put it together. Now it is time for me to get my potatoes going. So here, after I rinsed off my potatoes, because I did rinse those off too, I rinsed off everything. I think you should rinse off everything. It doesn't matter what it is. And here you see that I am just going to just be cutting up the potatoes. So now I have my potatoes all seasoned and I am just mixing it up, and I seasoned the potatoes the exact same way I did the steak, but the only difference is I didn't use a meat tenderizer because potatoes are not meat and I didn't need that. I did add black pepper because I forgot to add it to the meat. I used the spicy Cajun season instead of the herb Cajun season, so those are the only differences, but other than that it's seasoned the exact same way. Okay, so now I am wrapping up the potatoes in some aluminum foil, and I am going to sit them to the side also while I let the meat tenderize for that 30, 35, 40 minutes that I already talked about. And here I am showing everything I used to season both the oregano, the lemon pepper, the black pepper, garlic powder, the herb Cajun seasoning, the spicy Cajun seasoning, the olive oil, and the parsley. And now after letting the steak sit for about 35-40 minutes, I am going to start cutting up, and it does look like it's been cooked, but it hasn't been cooked. But Mom was cooking something in the stove, so the heat from the top of the stove made the meat brown a little bit, but it was still raw because I hadn't cooked it yet. So now you're gonna see me just cutting up the steak. And now I am adding the black pepper to the steak because I forgot to add it when I was seasoning it before I let it sit. So now I am adding the potatoes to the meat, and I'm going to mix it all together and put it in the stove and let it cook for about 35 more minutes. And I also added some ranch seasoning to that also, I forgot to say, and I did put in a little bit of water, and then I mixed it all together, put the aluminum foil on it, and then put it in the stove and let it cook for about another 35 minutes. And another thing I forgot is that I also added turkey gravy to it just to make it taste better and to make it a little bit creamy, I guess. I don't know, I just really wanted to use the turkey gravy, and I actually had only a little bit left in that jar, so I opened up a whole new jar and I used about half of that. It just makes it taste better. And now it is all done, and I am taking it out of the stove, and this is the final product of my version of homemade steak and potatoes. I will say that next time I make it, I am going to let the steak marinate overnight so it can be a little bit more tender. It's very good, but the meat could have stood to be a little bit more tender, so next time I'm gonna let it marinate all night. But this is a great, easy, simple meal, other than like maybe let your meat marinate for a few hours. But I didn't have time for that. I had not eaten all day, so who had time for all that? But other than that, it's a very simple, quick, easy, delicious meal. So I hope that you enjoyed this day 12 Vlogmas of me doing my first ever cooking vlog, steak and potatoes. So I will see you tomorrow in day 13.